My name is Elizabeth Roberts Foster, and I'm running for District 4 in Bossier Parish, Louisiana. I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure. Maybe that they can explain some of their decisions that they pass down, or that they unanimously decide and explain their reasoning for it. Maybe an explanation on an affidavit or something. Well, I'm not sure about all the challenges and opportunities. However, my district is more of the rural district. It doesn't face the challenges of the inner city schools, of overcrowding and different things with transportation and how quickly the schools are growing. It's a challenge because we're so far away from the city, but then again it's also beneficial because it's more with the teachers. Instead of 25 to 30 kids in a class, there's 11 kids in a class, so there's more one-on-one opportunity. I haven't received any information as far as my district. The only information I have is the hands-on basis from being a parent. That's it. That's all the experience I have as far as my district. My experience from the Bossier Parish school system, like I said, my son is a student. He's getting a wonderful education, a wonderful public education. The teachers he has always had have always looked out for his best interest and his peers. And I mean, they're wonderful teachers where he goes to school at, and I think they've done a great job. The only thing poorly, I would think, would just be the Common Core system, and that's what was implemented statewide, I do believe, not just at Bossier Parish. I haven't really gotten far on my plan, but I hope that any parents that have any issues can come to me within reason, that they are legitimate issues that I also may be experiencing with my child being in school, that we can come to a conclusion and bring it to the board to discuss or address, that maybe the board isn't aware that's an issue that's going on. I think there's two sides to that. I think grades can't just be a way to determine how a teacher performs. I think it's part of it, but I don't think end of the year tests like the LEAP is an example of how a teacher teaches, or to evaluate them. I think that if my child is failing, for instance, 11 children in that class, if 10 of them are failing, there's probably a problem. But if my child is the only one failing because he doesn't want to pay attention, that's not the teacher's fault. And the end of the year LEAP test is not going to determine how they're teaching. Some of the challenges that are right now in evaluating teachers, the standardized tests. I think they're evaluating teachers according to that. I think that when you have a school where 6 out of the 10 students that are in a class don't want to learn, I think that impacts it, and that's not the teacher's fault. You have to have the will to learn and the want, and then you also have to have the parents to back that child up. If I didn't back my son up, he gets lazy. If I didn't back him up on his school studies, he wouldn't do them as much as he's supposed to be doing them, so he wouldn't be doing as good as he's doing. So that's not the teacher's fault. She can only do so much in the limited time that she has. I think they should be a teacher themselves for a certain period of time and experience exactly what the teachers go through with students and parents and other people that are have all their hands in the mix in order to determine if that teacher is teaching appropriately. I think I'm not sure about how they evaluate them to the full extent, but if they are evaluating them, I think it needs to be fair in the fact that they shouldn't be penalized if they're new and they're learning how to teach and things like that. If they've been there 20 years and they're not, all the students that they're having are failing. Am I on track with that question? Now, if all the students are failing in that class every year, something is not right, then an evaluation, they should be able to possibly help her with her teaching methods. I'm not really sure what that is. I think it depends on how it affects the kids. If it's going to have an overall negative impact and it's not going to help them, then I don't think it should be done. If it's to improve a person, or I don't know how to explain that, but what I'm trying to say, anybody that's not a kid, if it's to improve them, then it really shouldn't be an issue. It should be mainly for the children.